Hey y'all, welcome back to Spirit of the Outdoors. Really today I'm just kind of killing some time. I wanted to build a fire. I brought a squirrel that I had in the refrigerator and I'm gonna cook it over this fire. Sit down, just relax. So let me get my fire started here. I've got my little beaver craft hatchet here. And I've got some fat wood. I just wanted to splinter it up as best I could. So first thing I want to do, let me bust up cut the mushrooms off my stump. All I want to do with that is to get something to build my fire on, because that is damp in there. Right there. And I'm gonna go ahead and start breaking up my... I see a lot of people, and I have talked about fires. I know we got a lot of new people, and I haven't done a lot of outdoor stuff this year yet. I have been overwhelmed with projects, but we about on a downhill drag with that. We fixing to get back to playing out here in the woods, get back to some hunting and fishing and all the stuff that we like here. But the thing I'm getting at is a lot of people, I see them, they want to go to batoning knives and splitting up stove wood. And you see me split that. If you know you're going to be splitting wood, a good axe is the best route to go. I mean, we not playing a survival fantasy here, y'all. We just sharing some good old backcountry woodsmanship. So we not trying to put ourselves in a survival situation. We down here enjoying the bounty of the woods is what I'm doing here. So I'm not struggling, and it's nothing for me to tote that little camp axe when I come down here to do what I'm gonna do. And y'all, I don't have to go to chopping firewood. There is more than enough limbs and twigs. I mean, I could burn wood for days without cutting any wood down here. So, and the lighter pine, man, y'all, we trip over lighter pine around here. So I am gonna feather a little of this out. And I just want to do it with this right here just to see I can do it. And I didn't do it real good with it. But I don't need a lot. I just need it to catch somewhat. I tell you what I am gonna do. Put that right there. Let's see. And I tell you, I can probably use the back side of that knife just as well. You get me a longer. All them curls and everything will help right there. And y'all, I could take my lighter, but I do like to practice some of this stuff like I'm doing. It is good to practice it, but like I said, I am not trying to put myself in a survival situation here. So let's lay all these splinters up. And I can take this off of that sheath if I need to. But I can move my sheath around, and I got that long enough that I shouldn't have to, really. Them never go where they're supposed to go, do they? All right, let's do this. Let's do right here. See that? That is a better way to do that. When I try to do this over in the fire, I always seem to be struggling with it. So you got this ready to kind of go over that, and I'll conserve my fat wood. I got my coffee pot and some coffee. I brought a bottle of water, so I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna pour all that clean water in there. Got my coffee in this homemade bag here. We'll use a percolator. Now what I didn't do that I intended to was bring a leather glove with me. Put that pine in there, let it get burning. We can go ahead and be getting our water hot there. Sit down here and just take it easy for a little bit. Seems like lately I have just been running wide open to do everything. I have struggled to do anything that I really just wanted to do. And the videos have suffered a little bit because of it, trying to accomplish tasks and such as that. Last year when we were trying to run the fireplace in the house, going out the back door on rainy, sloppy days, and the fire be dying out, and trying to get wet firewood in, and rain dripping down the shirt collar, just a miserable thing. So our sloppy and cold season is just somewhat coming. It'll really be Christmas and after before it gets bad here, and then it'll last till over the middle of March. So we hadn't run the fire a lot at the house yet, but I wanted to get that covered, and the metal should be here tomorrow to get that finished. So videos like this I have struggled to get done, and I wanted to do a whole lot more of this kind of stuff, and I just hadn't. Seems like there's always too much other stuff that needs doing. But from here on, it's time to slow down, relax, and take it easy. And a lot of mine I put on myself, but also a lot of other stuff going on. People obligate you to all kind of events, gatherings, cookings, and every time you turn around, there's something it seems like you got to go be a part of. And I'll be honest with you, I'm tired of it. I don't care if I don't have to go nowhere else. You can wear yourself thin, you know. And I did a video back this summer about the rat race, and I'm really not trying to keep up with the rat race. It's just community gatherings and this, and then some of it has been things that could not be helped. You know, especially funerals and such as that. Nobody plans that. Nobody. So, you know, you have to take some things is just gonna happen in life that you're gonna have to go do. But it feels good to just come down here, turn the ringer off. Usually when I start filming, I'll put the phone on airplane mode, and that blocks all calls, and folks get irritated with me because I've been trying to get up with you. But man, y'all, if you answer every phone call and reply to every text and everything you get, especially when you get into position, it'll run you crazy. So come down here and decide, you know what, I'm going back to the bare minimum. And that was the purpose of me building this Nessmuk fire range, was to be able to just turn the world off for a little bit. Come down here and make a pot of coffee. And you adapt. Just like right now, the fire, the way it's burning, this fire range is designed for that coffee pot really to set on these two logs. Well, you know, that didn't work out for me, but it's nothing to throw another stick or whatever on there and boom. So let me get started with my cooking right here. I've got a bag that I put and if y'all like Les Shroud, and the first thing you want to do in a survival situation is go to eating worms, move your chopping block over, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them big old white grub worms. I'd rather eat something that had hair on it, you know what I mean? So what are we gonna do? I have got and I need to burn the rust off of that before I do anything else. I got a squirrel that I shot the other day. I actually shot this with my pistol. I had come down here and left the buggy. It actually messed up on me down here in the woods. Imagine that. and I had to leave it overnight. So I come down here, the battery had died, the battery cables had corroded and got worked loose is what happened. And I had to come down here and jump it off of my pickup, so I drove the buggy on back home. I had to walk back down here to get my buggy. And in the process, I had my pistol with me, and Roscoe treated a squirrel. All right, we got that rust burnt off for the most part. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open this squirrel up like this, y'all. When I get it stuck on there, I'll come let y'all have a look. And I'm gonna stick that joker. Boy, them it done got hot. It sizzled when I stuck him on there. So, all right. I'm not gonna put this directly over them flames. And see, you can rotate that. And if I need to move it out from them flames, I can do that as well. That'll burn down to a set of coals. I'm in a little bit of a hurry, I guess, still, after me sitting here talking about I don't need to be, but that's one of the problems. You see, I'm sitting here, instead of being patient and waiting for the fire to burn down to a good set of coals, I'm trying to rush things, and that really ain't never a good idea. You need to relax, take it easy, let the fire burn down, and I need to find me a stick I can poke in around in there with. And I probably need to bust up some more of that wood to put on there. So with this little squirrel cooker, you can push that little thing around and adjust it. I'll zoom in here and get you a look at it. So I forged this out of a piece of rebar, and then this is a broken tine off of a hay rake. And I forged that around into a pigtail, and I've got a pot hanger on this end, but it's really not big enough for the most part, but for a small campfire, which is all you really need for this, it works pretty good. And you can adjust it when you need to back something up, like right here, and you change your angle. So as long as the smoke ain't blowing right in my face, I can get over here and I'm gonna get my coffee to percolate here shortly. But I like to come down here and build a fire. And I know I don't want to start another project, not no big one anyway. I'm always gonna be doing something. But I'm finna push this TP over, because I can't really stay in it. It don't draft. I have added air holes in under it, and it just really don't draft like it needs to. I've got a 6-inch hole in the back with a pipe all the way into my fire pit, buried that it can suck air directly to the fire. But the top is steadily shrinking in because those poles are collapsing. And I peeled them all, and most of them are strong, but a few of them are just getting weaker and bowing in. So the top hole has closed up even more. So I'm going to push the thing over. In the future, we're going to build a real teepee. We're going to build one, though, out of some better material. So I'm probably going to push that thing over and build some type of a shelter out of it, like a wall tin or something. I mean, we're not going to waste it, but it ain't benefiting me like it is. With this right here, see, you can rotate that joker. It won't take it no great long while to roast like this, but y'all, we ain't got no seasoning, no nothing. We just adding heat to that. So you're just going back to basic primitive, what do you need? And really the main thing that we all need is some peace of mind. I mean, the world's turning upside down, and there ain't nothing that me and you can do about it. I see people, they choosing sides. What difference does it make what side you on? I mean, unless you going somewhere to fight. Somebody asked me one day, said, "Are you worried about Israel?" I said, "No, I really ain't. I mean, it's a shame everything that's going on over there for both sides of the conflict, but God will take care of Israel. I don't have to worry about them." And I hear a lot of people, they say, "Oh, you can't be for Israel. They've done this and done that. They evil. You think that," that really ain't none of my business. I just know what the Bible says about Israel. That's his people, and that's all there is to that. There ain't really no argument, but it ain't nothing for me to choose a side, really, to be on as far as what's going on over there. I'm sure I don't agree with a lot of what's going on with both sides of the fence, but with all that going on, it makes you want to just come down here, sit down, cook you a squirrel over the fire, make you a pot of coffee, and just sit here. Listen to the wind blow through the trees. Let's see what this coffee's looking like now. I'm not a fan of clear coffee. Oh, y'all. Oh, yeah, that's just right. We're not going to get too much of it. I want it to stay warm on there. That's why that rag was in that coffee cup. I was worried I didn't have no way to... Oh, yeah, that's coming along fine. Oh, yeah. Boy, just to sit here and smell that wood smoke burning feels good. I'll probably scald the roof of my mouth good with this and burn all the hair off my tongue. Is this what y'all call cowboy coffee? It winds up so strong, you can't hardly drink it before it's said and done, but we always called it cowboy coffee, but I don't know technically what cowboy coffee is, other than the fact, and y'all, I'm trying to rotate this squirrel along and not let it burn slam up. I'll be honest with you, it's the first time I've cooked with it. I made that thing a year and a half ago or better. And I was gonna tote it everywhere we was gonna eat more squirrels on it. You could shake a stick at it. Just like this video I'm talking about, you get lined out with so much stuff going on, you just can't do what you want to do. And I think one of my deals is in the fall, I start rushing to get deer meat put up. And I've finally got one little old bitty deer, and it's in the cooler. And I didn't film killing it or processing or nothing, because I just was in a hurry to get it put up, and then it got dark. It's hard to film in the dark, and I didn't actually even take it to the skinning shed. I hung it up right out there at my house on the pole out there under my, and skin it, and I was ready to get done, and I said, I ain't fooling with filming it. But I try not to do a lot of blood and guts. I mean, processing meat, I have done that before, and I'll probably do another one. I kill a decent deer, decent big doe where it's full on. But anyway, you get rushed trying to put up deer meat, and you don't get to do all the small game hunting. So hopefully I can get my flintlock out and get to shooting some more of these squirrels. One of my big problems this year has been that buggy. It is my transportation to the swamp. When they start deer hunting behind me back here, I can't really walk to the swamp anymore, so it kind of cuts all of that out. And then when you can't drive all the way around over there, because you got to have that buggy, you can't use your pickup truck. So that, you know, a lot of people wonder, why you got that buggy? You don't need that, you know. But I actually do have to have it to hunt public land. So anyway, it's just the way it be, you know. Much you can do but roll with the punches. Oh, that's good coffee. I don't know if I've mentioned on here how much I like coffee. There's a few things in life that make me happy. Number one is a good cup of coffee. Really puts a smile on my face. The next one is probably a good book. And I'm talking about the simple thing. I mean, obviously there's a lot of big stuff that makes a lot of people happy, but just little simple things that you personally have control over. I love the smell of wood, oak wood burning. Just the smell of that wood has an aroma that I like. I like to see the colors when the sun's going down or coming up, and the sky starts changing colors. I really enjoy that. You can't see a lot of it in the woods, but there's places I can see it. So, one other thing I want to mention while I'm waiting on this squirrel to cook is I'm probably going to try to get some stuff. I've got to get some more bait made for trapping, but I've got a pack of coyotes back here that I need to get a couple of them thinned out, because nobody else that I know of around here tries to shoot them or hunt them. Or, I mean, if they happen across somebody's deer lane while they deer hunting, I think a lot of them will shoot one. But from what I could hear the other night, they is a pretty good pack of coyotes. And I would like to get the Ode Pro lights that we got out and do a predator hunt, but it's so hard to film and get good footage in the night doing anything. So, you know, the videos are always kind of shoddy, like the parade, which the parade, there was enough lights on the stuff, it worked out all right. And I know a lot of y'all probably didn't care a thing about that parade, but that's what I was doing that day, and Brody was there, and I just kind of was there and decided, hey, I'll film a little of it. Oh, that's good coffee. And I don't know, y'all, how to tell when this squirrel gets done. Honest to God, I ain't got a clue. I guess we'll just bite off into it. But it's pretty well roasted, I guess is what you'd call it. It ain't started turning black and getting dried out and getting tough, but the little cooker thing works good. I may build a bigger version of it to use when we get our cooking stuff. We're gonna do a lot of cooking back there on what I just built. And probably this channel is going to have a lot more cooking videos on there. So I don't know if it'll necessarily be this is how to cook this type of videos. You know, like Justin Wilson, them, and Kent Rollins, they want to teach you how to make this recipe. I just want to cook and carry on and have a good time. And, you know, there ain't but so many ways you can cook stuff and so much stuff you can cook that people's interested in, really and truly. I do want to experiment with some wild game that I have not done a lot of. Like raccoon is one of the things around that a lot of people eat, a lot of people don't eat. There's a lot of controversy on how good it is. I've cooked it a couple of times and it was okay. I can't say I really liked it, but I didn't know what I was doing either. And one of them, I don't know if I got all the glands out of it or not. I do know that how many is in there, and I do know about where they all are, but, you know, sometimes you miss one, or, you know, I mean, stuff happens. Even the people that know better, it happens. So I don't know if that was part of my problem, but I do want to cook one. Now, bobcat is good. If I ever look up and catch a bobcat, we'll cook it on camera. Probably won't cook no coyote. I tried that one time. I probably won't make that mistake again. Well, I wonder if this squirrel right here is about done. You know, I believe it is. Let's tear a leg off of it right there. I'm gonna just lay it on that rack over the fire. That arm, I shot right through this. I say arm, front leg. Is it a leg or arm? I mean, which is which? The skin's a mite tough, meat's a mite raw. That makes sense for you? No, it's done. It just, I don't know where Roscoe went. Roscoe! I know he come down here. I hear him tearing through the woods. Roscoe! Yeah, Roxanne. That hurt him bone. We'll pull this. I don't know if we are or not. I think I'm gonna let that cook. I can tell you one thing, it's hot. Y'all smell that smoke? You wished you could though, don't you? Somebody thought, I know he didn't just ask Cap. Speaking of wood, I have got to go unload a bunch of wood up there at the house out of a trailer. Get it stacked in out of the way, and I'll be putting the roof on tomorrow. Probably will film that and get that deal over with. And but I thought about chopping wood. Old Marcel Ledbetter, he got invited to go on this hunting trip. They was going off, I don't remember right where, but they was going off on a big coon hunt, gonna take old Highball. You know, Highball was a show enough coon dog. There was some folk bragging, you know, how good that dog was. And he said, there ain't a better dog than Highball. I don't care who you are, what you say. So anyway, they was going to meet up and have this big coon hunt. And Marcel was loading everything up. And as Lee come to the door, she said, Marcel, she said, it's cold and raining. And I know that you're not fixing to leave me with this little amount of firewood. She said, there's not enough wood here to last till you get back. And Marcel turned around and looked at her and said, "Hun, I ain't taking the axe." Boy, that is good squirrel. To not have no seasoning or nothing on it. There, dog. I'm sure there's some folks out there somewhere that they saying, I wouldn't eat that, not near bit at all. You probably wouldn't smack like as I do either. Sometimes, if I think about it, I try to keep my mouth shut when I'm chewing, but if I get excited about what I'm eating, I go to smacking pretty good. So that's how you know something's really good, or if I'm lying to you about it. I also cook good rabbit, Pilgrim. I know I probably yapped and talked and carried on with y'all long enough. I'm going to eat the rest of this rabbit and drink my coffee. But I know y'all probably got other things to do. Y'all probably want to go watch Mike Reed. Uncle Sasquatch may be making some knives or something other. Y'all go watch their channels. They got some good shows they put on. I do enjoy them immensely. And I'm going to eat this right here while I can't watch nothing. I'm going to listen to the crickets chirp and the birds holler. Man. So anyway, thank y'all for watching Spirit of the Outdoors. Remember, the best way to do things is the way you like to do it. We'll see y'all. Y'all have a good one.